Hey, my lovely viewers. Okay, just a forewarning. There's two forewarnings to this video. One, I'm going to be squinting a lot because I went out yesterday with my friend Edward and we went to the movies and I wore makeup and I don't think I washed it all off last night, so now my eyes are like not having a good time. No, they're not having a good time. And now they're reacting even more because I'm trying to keep my eyes open to take this video. And secondly, in this video, you will learn very soon on that I no longer have any shame. So I have been asked to talk about a multitude of things. We're gonna start it off with a big one. Public bathhouses, onsens, and the different kinds of toilets. So, for those of you who don't know what an onsen is, it's basically where you take like a 5-minute shower and then you get in a hot tub naked with people. And a public bath is pretty much the same thing, except for that's more where you take a longer shower and then you relax in the tub, and the tub's only like 2 feet deep. But you're all still naked. So it's all... I have no problem going with people my age. Like, my first time going to a public bath was when we went to the Rotary meeting for Mount Fuji. It was me and 2 other American girls. We were rooming together. We were just like, oh, let's go take a shower. And we were like... We asked someone where the showers were. They're like, well, there's a shower, so there's a public bath, and you can go to either one. And we're like, let's go to the public bath. Like, why not? We're in Japan. So, and whenever we do stuff now, we're always the ones that are in there longest, and we're in the onsen because we sit there and we just talk for like an hour and a half. But, you know, when my host family invited me to go with them and I went, it was really awkward because it was all old people and 1 child. And I'm sorry, but there are like 50 and 60-year-olds women, and then there was an 8-year-old girl. And I'm sorry, is that like not pedophilia on some level? It really freaked me out that there was a child in there naked. It's like I don't know what this is. Like, I don't feel, it feels awkward to me. Like, people my age, I have no problem. Older and half of my age, got a problem. It's just weird for me. It's very uncomfortable. Yes, but I still go. I've gone a couple times. I haven't gone as many as some of the other exchange students, but yes. Now the toilets. So there are two kinds of toilets here in Japan. One is very nice. One is called the Western style toilet, and it's not made of porcelain, it's not really made of plastic, and it's like heated seats in the winter, so it's all nice and toasty. And it makes running water noises when you're going to the bathroom so no one can hear you doing your business. And it also has a bidet option. Is that what they're called? Like the French or European things that are bidet and they squirt water at you. Well, there are many options of bidets for these toilets. So everyone comes with 3. So not everyone, like every space 1. Yeah. So there's one like on low setting that goes this direction, and there's one on high setting that goes this direction. And then if you're a woman, you press the one that goes in this direction, so it clears the whole crevice out. I just called it a crevice. I told you guys I lost all my shame from coming over here. But yes. And then it sprays, like, if you're a girl, it can spray like rose perfume, so you smell fresh. Yes, that happens at toilets. But then there is the squat toilets. So, from what I have seen of taking tours of the guys' locker room at school in America, what a urinal looks like, that's what I'm gonna say. It's a urinal on the floor. And it's like maybe like 1.5 feet in length and like 6 inches across in width. And it's just a porcelain hole in the ground and you pee over it. But I, as an unexperienced foreigner in this world, thought, oh, okay, I'm supposed to like squat facing the same way I would if I was on a regular toilet. And I've come to find out that that is not the correct way. I'm using it backwards. I'm using a toilet backwards. But it doesn't make much sense to me why they use it the other way, because then at that point you have to take everything off. You gotta take your school skirt off, you gotta take, if you're wearing shorts on it, you gotta take those off, you gotta just take everything off and hang it up to use it that way. When I use it, you just gotta pull everything forward, pull your skirt up, like, it's so much easier. I don't understand why they're doing it the other way. Jesus Christ. Oh my god. Okay, yes. So there is the shame part that I no longer have. Yes. Alright. Differences in host families. I guess the biggest difference I found with my two host families I have had, one was a younger host family, one's an older host family. My younger one was definitely the food. We had much more of a variety of food and had many different flavors coming at you from like all different, every dish. Here we have a much more monotone, like, styling of dishes, flavors of dishes. They're not very spicy, they're not very spiceful. They don't have a lot of spices in them. That's what I'm trying to say. And then, I have my host grandmother living here in this host family, which is different than my first host family where the host grandmother was not there. But she's really awesome. Yesterday I went out with my friend Edward, as some of you probably saw my Facebook profile picture, and we went in to go see Frozen at the mall. So we went to the mall. This was not a date. No one asked me if it was a date. It was not a date. No. So we were like, oh, let's go see Frozen. I was like, yeah, let's go see Frozen. And I had already seen it, but I was like, I'll go see it again. And so we got there, and Frozen doesn't come out till the 14th here. So we were like, well, let's see what other movies there are. And the other movies, they were at like 5 o'clock or 7 o'clock at night, and we were there at like, it was 2 o'clock at that point. So we waited, and and it finally showed the last showings, because it's a little automated thing that like pops up, but it's really complicated. And it was like Wolf of Wall Street. And I was like, isn't this movie supposed to be funny? And he's like, I don't know, I haven't heard of it. And we were like, oh, it's in English. And we wanted to go see a movie in English, even though he speaks French, but he's learning English also as Japanese, and in Japanese, yeah. So we're like, yeah, let's go see this. Like, I haven't seen it, he hasn't seen it. So we buy our tickets. We do not know what the rating is. I'm just gonna put it out there for you. It's rated R, over 18. And they don't have, like, where you check IDs or anything here, because you buy your tickets at, like, an automated machine, and you choose where you sit with an automated machine, like, you pick where your seats are, and it gives you those tickets. And they don't check to see how old you are. So, yes, and it was a rated R above 18, because first 5 minutes there was sex, and drugs, and a lot of swearing. Like, oh my god. Like, first 5 minutes, I looked over, I was like, what are we watching? What is this? What? It was very frightening. It's very frightening. But anyways, yes. So, what was I talking about? Oh, yeah, my host grandmother. I told her I was leaving because my host mother forgot to tell her, and she gave me money for the movies, and I was like, oh, wow, that's pretty awesome. I was like, yeah, thank you. Thanks. Oh, yeah. I just turned into Mickey Mouse there for a minute. That's awkward. Alright. Yeah, other than that, there's not really many differences. Pretty much the same. My room's smaller here. And I sleep on the floor. But, other than that, it's okay. I mean, it's not different. What else was there? Rotary meet. Oh, traditions. I'll get to that one after. Traditions that I like and traditions I don't like. Traditions that I like. It's hard to choose traditions because I don't know if they're traditions or not. Eating mochi on New Year's because I like mochi a lot. Mochi is very good. None of you probably know what mochi is. My mother probably does because I sent some to her and she liked it, and my grandmother ate it also, but I quite like it, and so it's a New Year's, they eat it a lot on New Year's, so I like that. But I don't know, like, what I do if it's traditional or not. Shamisen, which is a 3-string instrument that I learned to play with my HNNC music class. That was very fun. It's a traditional Japanese instrument, and I learned how to sing traditional Japanese songs. So I like that. I like traditional Japanese music. Traditions I don't like. The school marathons. That's just because I don't like exercising. Yeah, I mean, I like the idea of exercising, and I'm always like, oh, I'm gonna get out there and I'm gonna go on a run or a jog or something. And then if I do it, I'm like, why did I do this to myself? I don't like this. What is wrong with me? Yeah. But I love playing basketball. Sometimes, you know, once I get my second wind, I'm like, yeah, I can do this. Because I had to play in my basketball team, and it was my gym class, and we were like going, like, it was like if you made a basket, you were out, like, you didn't have to play anymore. And so my team, like, I just made sure I did defense, and I was like, I can just get on the offense part later. And it got down to where it was 2 on my team, 2 on their team, and I passed it to my teammate, and they didn't make the basket, so I passed it back to them on the rebound, and then they made it, and so the other team got the basket, so I was trying to guard the one girl, and the other one was throwing it in, and she just chucked it down the court. So I don't know where I got this, I just ran down the court and grabbed the ball and then ran back to my court, and I shot the ball, and I kept missing, and I had to back up, and I was started freaking. I was like, what is this? Why do I keep missing the basket? Because I never played offense when I was a child. I was always defense, because they're just like, oh, Miranda, you're tall, you just go play defense. Don't worry about offense. You don't need to shoot. Just block other people's shots. Yeah, we see where that gets me now. Yes, but, so I do so I don't like exercising, so I don't really like the marathons, especially considering mine was, uphill. I really haven't gotten to experience, I don't like Zazen. That's that's a traditional Buddhist prayer thing. Not a fan. It was very boring. It was very cold because apparently Buddha is against fires and heating. It was freezing cold. But it was, I like meditating. I've meditated before. Then again, I usually have, music going on when I'm meditating. And it usually turns into me sleeping. But it was not comfortable. Just, and you have to, you sit up perfect straight, you have to, arch your back, you have to do weird stuff with your hands. It's not a comfortable experience. So I don't particularly like that tradition. My host Rotary, and Rotary meetings. So my host Rotary is, I don't know, I think it's smaller than my home Rotary, sponsor Rotary, because when I went to the one meeting in Columbus, there was a lot of people there. There was a lot of people. Oh my god. So many people. Crazy. But then this one, there's, not, a ton. There's still quite a few, but there's not as many. So it is a bit smaller. And we sing at the beginning of every Rotary meeting. Yeah, you gotta sing, which is... So, Edo and I don't sing. We just kind of stand there Yes. Rotary meetings, there's 4 every month that I attend. And 3 are lunches, 1 is a dinner. And they all pretty much go the same. They're everyone gets there, we start the meeting, we sing, they do introductions, I bow, the Edo bows, then we eat, then they do really long-winded speeches. That is how that works. And finally, things that I miss from America and I'm look forward to having again when I get back home. Y'all ready for this one? My parents are not going to be thrilled by this, but I miss my Xbox. Number 1 thing, miss my Xbox. No, it's not, oh, I miss my parents and being able to hang out with my friends all the time. No, it's, I miss this piece of technology that ruled my life for over 3 years, where I just would sit around all day and play it, and have played for over 18 hours straight before. That is what I miss. I'm sorry, but I miss being able to shoot people in the face. That sounds really bad, because I would always play FPS or RPG. Which people knows what that means when I talk to them, except for it's only guys. Girls don't understand. But, I miss, if I was ever just angry, just randomly angry, having a bad day, pmsing or something, just get on Xbox, start just shooting random people in the face, it makes me feel better. I already told you guys I have no shame. Another thing America, I don't have to ride my bike to school, or walk long distances to school. Yeah, those are interesting. Something I look forward to having when I get back, cappuccinos. I mean, Starbucks is alright, but no, they got nothing on cappuccinos. Looking forward to having one of those when I get back. These are all really, really, basic things I know that I miss. I kind of miss being able to understand what's going on in school, and I wasn't challenged in American schools, And I am challenged here, but that's because I don't understand the language, which is why I'm trying to take more advanced classes when I go back to America. So I'm like, oh yeah, I miss being able to understand and being challenged in school, but not really challenged, but like challenged as in like taking tests that I can actually answer the questions on and understand what's happening. And I'm sorry, even if my math test was in English, I would not be able to understand what to do because it is freaking calculus like 7 from freaking university college stuff. And I'm like, I was supposed to be in pre-calculus. Like, I can tell you how to find I can use the quadratic formula. Like, you want me to do that? I've done that like 70 different times. Like, it'll just be like, you have to find this or this, and I see something x squared, x plus, is it like m or b or whatever, and I'm just like, we're just gonna quadratic formula this thing, because that's the only thing I know how to do with this kind of thing. And it's never right. Hasn't been right once. Yes. But anyways, so I will probably be putting this video up today, and then I will be putting another video up later, maybe tomorrow, or today, whatever. And it is going to be, I look really tan right now, this is fantastic. It's going to be my top 10 things you won't believe they do in Japan. So I will make sure to look out for that video. Remember to click like, comment, subscribe, share with all your friends. Yay! Mata ne!